Think about it. You wake up one day and it's normal, okay? Brush your teeth, go look in the mirror. And where are you? It disappeared, poof, without warning. It's not a dream, it's not a joke. You're there, but nobody sees you. He became invisible out of the blue. Dude, what would you do first? Serious? Would he make a mess of the school chats, or would I go completely crazy with fear and never return to normal? Think about it. This is the crazy breeze we're gonna get into today. What's up, Tamers? Okay, look. Welcome back here at Movie Tamers. Today we are going to tell the story of this kid who literally went up in smoke. Or almost. Let's understand how he dealt with this sinister situation. Come on. The story follows Michael, a 13-year-old boy who lives in Trieste, Italy. He's kind of that quiet kid, you know? He's a nerd in his own right. He's not popular at school. On the contrary, he suffers a lot of annoying bullying, especially from a guy called Brando, who is in his class. And like any good displaced teenager, he has a crush. Estela, beautiful, popular, seems like a good person. But Mick can barely talk to her because he is too shy. Then there's a Halloween party that everyone at school goes to. Michele gets excited. He has a chance to see Estela. Well, maybe. But his mother, Giovanna, buys him a costume. And man, what anime costume. Like a generic Chinese superhero, you know? Nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it at all. He's going to the party anyway. Do you know the result? Total humiliation. Brando and the gang make fun of them without mercy. They make him look like a fool in front of everyone. Even Estela is a bit embarrassed. She tries to help, but it doesn't work. Mikari leaves embarrassed, devastated. You feel like crap. You go home crying. You look in the mirror and hate what you see. The next day, he wakes up, goes to the bathroom, does the usual things, and when he looks in the mirror, where is he? It disappeared. Poof. He's over there. You can touch yourself, feel things, but you can't see yourself in the reflection. He became invisible, totally invisible. Total panic, right? He screams, runs around the room, thinks he's crazy. He pinches himself, splashes water on his face, swims. It remains invisible. Mom goes to have coffee. He tries to hide it, but he's terrified. Little by little, the shock wears off, and he begins to realize the possibilities. First, he tests it on the street. No one sees him. Then the fun and revenge begins. He goes to school invisible, plays pranks on Brando and his friends, makes the guys feel really embarrassed, pushes them around, kicks them in the face. That little revenge. You know, the basic thing you get from someone who has been bullied all their life. That's it. He even takes a peek into the women's locker rooms. Hey boy, be careful, but it's a teenager being a teenager, right? He soon realizes that it's not just a party. He feels a cold like hell. Normal clothes don't keep him warm enough when he's invisible. He starts picking up thicker coats. And the interesting thing is that for him to become completely invisible, he has to take off all his clothes because it's a problem, right? Imagine walking around naked in the cold. And then the worst thing is if it becomes visible again, right? That complicates everything. So I don't know if he gets a little lonely, right? Like, it's nice to be seen sometimes, but what about interacting, talking to Estela? How do you do it? He realizes that invisibility also isolates. That's a good point. Things are starting to get serious, for real. We are watching. One day Estela mostly disappeared, kidnapped. The city is on alert. The police investigate, but no one has a clue. Estela's father is a police officer and he is desperate. Mike. Imagine the girl he likes is taken and he feels like important. I will save her for sure. That must have crossed his mind. And then some really strange guys start showing up in town. There is a blind guy called Basilio who seems to feel things in a bizarre way. And there is another one called Gara who has absurd strength and seems to control metal. They are not good people. You can tell that. And they seem to be looking for something or someone. Meanwhile, Michael's mother, Giovanna, starts acting strangely, overprotective, a bit paranoid. She seems to be hiding something. She avoids talking about the past. She changes the subject. Michele begins to suspect. Man, there's a lump in that porridge, huh? Mick, already suspicious because of his mother's invisibility and behavior, begins to investigate and put pressure on Giovanna. And that, my friend, is when the bomb explodes. Mom confesses, Michael, you are adopted. Boom. And it doesn't stop there. Their biological parents were special. They had powers just like him. They were part of a secret Russian group that was persecuted. Look how interesting. His biological mother, Helena, also had powers. And guess what? She is alive. She's the other woman who was kidnapped before Estela. Those strange guys, Basilio and Gara, they work for people who want to hunt down special people who have powers. They took Helena to try to locate other children with powers. Like Michele, biological father Andre was also powerful, but disappeared. Years ago, presumed dead, perhaps. Giovanna was a police officer and helped Helena escape and hide Migli when he was a baby. That's why she was always so protective. She knew the danger. Finding this out quickly and in just one day is a lot for Michele. It was a huge shock to him, but it also explains the invisibility. It wasn't just an accident. It's genetic. It's part of him. He's not just a shy little boy anymore. He's special. That's when he realizes that invisibility isn't just for playing tricks, but it's a tool. He needs to learn to control it better. Discover that it has to do with breathing, with focusing on emotions, right? The calmer and more focused you are, the better it works. And he makes the decision. He will use this power to save Estela and maybe his biological mother too. Using invisibility, Mick manages to track the kidnappers. He discovers their hiding place, an abandoned semi-industrial building. He infiltrates the building. Inside he finds Estela and Helena trapped. Zio, the blind man who feels, and Gara, the metal guy, are there. The tension is at its peak, man. Think about fear. Then the fight begins. It's Michele using invisibility to surprise. Take down a henchman here, another there. The fight against Gara is tense. The guy is strong, but the difficult part is deceiving Basilio. The blind man can actually feel Michele's presence, invisible. It's like a human sonar. Michele has to be smart, use the environment, distract Basilio. He can create a mess. Use the power to protect Estela and Helena together too. Release them in the middle of the hole. Then a great escape begins. They manage to escape from the building. The police arrive soon after, alerted somehow. There was an exchange of gunfire, confusion, but the main villains, like their leader, who doesn't appear that much, who is behind everything, and maybe Gara and Basilio can escape, right? Michele, Estela and Helena are safe for now. Michele returns home with Giovanna. Their relationship changes. Now the truth is on the table. Giovanna tells more details about her biological parents and the persecution. Michele's life will never be the same. He's not that shy little boy anymore. He is now the invisible boy. He has a legacy, a responsibility. He tries to return to a normal life. That is half normal. Go to school. Their relationship with Estela seems to have changed, maybe for the better after all. He is more confident. But then in the last scene, Nicole is living his life. That's it, Tamers. This is the story of the Invisible Boy. A really cool adventure about growing up, accepting who you are, and of course having superpowers. Did you like the summary? Did you manage to get the VIP seat for the movie? Comment below what you think. Thanks for following. Hug and see you next time.